Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and the Final Shape / Echoes intel. And in today's video, we have a few topics to cover. We got a new trailer for Act 2 of Echoes with some excellent weapons that I want to talk about, and possibly some of the ways you're going to want to know in order to farm them out. Also, we're going to cover a possible new loot cave, and I would love to hear in the comments section down below if anybody does this, and if you do, what's actually the best way to utilize such a glitch as this? It's sort of an old school thing, but in a new place, and actually seems to be a little bit more pumped up than I've seen these kind of farms or loot caves in the past. So please feel free to comment when we get to that point. And then I want to cover just some basic glitch information, some really good farms that are still active, and if you didn't see one of my previous videos, some of the easiest meta farms in Destiny 2 at the moment. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the bell to post notifications so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2 Final Shape or Echoes content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. And remember, any of those things also enter you into any future giveaways on this YouTube channel, and we do one every 1,000 subscribers. So you never want to miss out. When and if we reach 100,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away an Xbox Series or a PlayStation or a video card if you play on PC. So as you've noticed, I've had the trailer playing in the background through the intro. The Aberrant action is really the weapon I think is going to be the most lusted after of the new weapons coming into the game. There's also going to be a pulse rifle that will have Volt Shot that I think will also be pretty good for PvE. Both of these weapons are really going to be PvE focused. But the rocket sidearms have really made their place known in Destiny 2 PvE, and the Aberrant action is going to be the first rocket sidearm for the solar class. So we've had one for Arc, we've had one for Strand in the call that was launched at the beginning of the Final Shape, and now we're going to have one for solar. So the best thing I think you're going to want to do is we're also going to be having some new battlegrounds added. Those core activities, if you have the season, and making sure not to turn in any of your samples at the end of any one of the new activities, and wait until you actually get back to the helm to turn in your samples. That's going to be the best thing to do to farm out any one of these new weapons. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about briefly is I'm going to call this a loot cave because you'll see why in a second. But this place in the Blooming has this very unique enemy spawn where I think it's a roaming boss may spawn in. I don't know if it's a public event that just takes place in this one particular cave, but I was actually able to get it to spawn very often by simply going to orbit and then reloading into the Blooming, not just reloading into any one particular place in the Pale Heart, but actually going to orbit and then reloading in. And I was able to get this to spawn like 3 out of 5 times. And as you can see, it's just an epic kill farm. Like, you'll get tons of kills just from shooting one enemy and everything in that area, so long as you have like an AoE weapon of some kind. I had Graviton Lance. You'll get, you know, a ton of kills in just a matter of minutes. You know, over 100. I don't know exactly how many, but I think it's well over 200 actually. I'm not actually sure how you could best use this now. I'm assuming that people could probably use it to rank up weapons, but I'm not totally sure. So this is the kind of thing where when I see it, I know that there's some way that this could really come in handy to know. I'm not always totally sure exactly what that is. So I'd love to hear in the comments down below if you've been using this for any one specific thing, maybe to farm out XP or Glimmer, or who knows, maybe just rank up weapons. There are other farms like this, going back all the way to vanilla Destiny 2, and there's even one that pops up every 3 weeks in or on the moon for the In the Deep mission, which I've talked about several times on this channel. But I don't know if that's exactly the same thing as this because, well, you're not in a mission. So there could be drawbacks, there could be additives. Again, I'd really love to know what you think in the comment section down below. Now, the last thing I wanted to cover, and I have talked about this several times, but people have obviously commented back and giving me sort of a revision that I wanted to talk about for the way or the best way for solo players once you've done the dual Destiny mission to farm out exotic class items. Now, there is an AFK farm that you can do if you're on PC and you have the tiny task or the ability to equip a macro, tiny task being one of the best places to download a macro if you're on PC, or it's at least the one that I hear most people using, where you can load into this spot, go to this location, wait for a white flash, which you'll see here in a second, and a chest will spawn continuously, and you can just reload into the exact same spawn point, do the exact same route, and this chest will continually spawn every minute or so. So this is really for people who are on PC who want to do a farm passively. You would just use tiny task to do this exact route. However, for people who are not on PC and don't have the ability to equip a macro, though this is a fairly passive farm, it is certainly not the best farm. The best farm for anybody playing on a console would be still to load into the landing, go to that exact same spot and wait for the white flash, and then loot the same chest first, but then loot all the other chests in the landing before reloading in. This way you get all the chests on a single run, but you can still trigger them by going to this spot and waiting for that white flash, which is the chest or the first chest spawning in, which then should trigger the timer or rotation for all the others to spawn in. So this way you can get at least multiple chests every single time you load into the landing, and you'll always have this one marker as the first one. It should also help quicken the timer and the, let's say, path of all the other chests as they spawn in. So it should be a fairly repeatable process in that all the other chests that spawn in after this one, since they are triggered by this one, should be in relatively similar locations. I also wanted to briefly just touch on the Still Hunt exotic sniper rifle. Now, with the release of Act 2 of episodes, we're going to be getting a whole bunch of new artifact mods, including an anti-barrier sniper rifle mod. Now, I don't know exactly what other mods are going to play really well. I'll probably make a video later on in the week once I have had a chance to try more of them out. But without a doubt, at first glance, the anti-barrier sniper rifle mod is certainly going to be a must-have. And the Still Hunt, when paired with this mod, as you can see in the clip in the trailer, something to maybe go take a look at. I believe it was 4 shots in order to ignite that champion as well as all the other enemies in the vicinity, is going to be an excellent pairing, especially for things like GMs. So if you're trying to solo a Nightfall, I think having the anti-barrier sniper rifle mod on your artifact as well as the Still Hunt is certainly going to be the go-to meta. I know that Still Hunt was a little bit nerfed, but it wasn't enough to change the pairing of those two things. So keep that in mind, as well as maybe re-examine some other sniper rifles you have. Maybe take a better look. There might be some good ones. Over under, I think, is going to be a really good perk, so look for snipers that have that on it. I think the Aquilos sniper rifle can roll with that. So it's a bit of an old school weapon. It's been updated. I believe you can craft it now. So worth going through your vault and giving a second look. And the last thing that I did want to touch on is this coming week we'll see the return of the Fallen Saber strike as the Nightfall and GM Nightfall. This is a very old school, easy strike, one of the quickest currently in the Nightfall rotation. I will be uploading a full tutorial tomorrow for solo as well as cheese and glitch methods that you can use in this strike. But I did want to also remind everybody that the loot in the coming week should be the Slammer Sword, which is, in my opinion, one of the best swords currently in the game as far as legendary swords are concerned. Can come with some great rolls. It will be available in the Adept Enhanceable form if you can complete the strike on GM. So prepare to farm that out. It really will be a good strike to farm all around, and the loot is definitely worthwhile. So let me know if you are looking forward to that tutorial tomorrow, if there's any specific thing you would like to see mentioned in the tutorial in the comments section down below. And that is going to be it for all the information in today's video. Hopefully you found something in this video helpful. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the bell to post notifications so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2, The Final Shape, Echoes, content like this. Remember, you can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. If you've watched till this point in the video, you can leave a hashtag Echoes or hashtag The Final Shape in the comments section to be entered into that next giveaway a second time for this video. Remember, I do those secret hashtags on all videos. So if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, you can always go back, check out another video, and of course do it again. And once more, I am Wilhelm Scream. Thanks so much for watching, and of course we will see you next time.